because everybody's trying to support the ones who are working, but the people who are working also need to be conscious enough that you're not hampering other people's life in your at your house. A warm welcome to one and all listening. This is my podcast, Small Talks with Anuj Sharma. I'm back recording this podcast after a little break because, as everybody has been experiencing this pandemic, so was I. We were forced to move back to our working from home situation, and I did the same. The whole team of my venture, the Himalayan company, is working online, and everybody's working online. And yeah, one of the blessings of the technology is that even in the time of crisis, we have been able to maintain our jobs, our daily work routines, and have been able to make a livelihood. That's the biggest thing that has happened with the help of technology. A couple of things I wanted to touch base on in this podcast are how things have changed. What difference does working online for such a long time bring about in the lives of techies, in the lives of the families of people who are working online? So it's not just the person who's working online; it's their families as well who have become part of this routine. So one of the things that I could do is that I moved back to my orchard place. We have an old house here where we have some apple orchards. So I've moved back to this place, and I have done a fairly impressive setup for myself so that I can sit and work. And I don't, I don't really pester my family because everybody's trying to support the ones who are working, but the people who are working also need to be conscious enough that you're not hampering other people's life in your at your house. So I have settled up my corner in the top floor of this house, and this house is roughly 60 years old, I guess. Yep, but considerably in good shape, in really good shape. When we moved out and settled our office space in Chandigarh, it was it was a it was a moment, when we thought that all right, everything is normal and we have to get back and start building more business, expanding on our teams, this and that. So we were doing that. We were doing the same thing, and we hired more people. We had an office space. We hired people in all spheres of technology, business development, and everything. So now, again, as you're working from home, so the work pressure is it feels more. I mean, when you're working from home, it feels a lot of that. You have a lot of work to do all the time. Even when you're not working, you still keep on thinking about it because there's no change of place, there's no change of thoughts. People who have lost their jobs or people who are trying to switch their careers from one industry to another are having a tough time, as advised on a lot of social media platforms and advised by a lot of psychologists, that in these tough times, you should keep in touch with your friends, you should keep in touch with your cousins, brothers and sisters. So I have been doing the same as well. Hmm. Hey, and another thing, as I moved back to this place, which is right in the middle of the orchards, the biggest fun part is, you get to eat fresh fruits. Everything is fresh from it comes from the trees and you just eat it. Fresh fruits, fresh cherry. I've been eating cherry a lot. And after that, now apricots are ripening up, and then in a couple of months would be the time when we harvest apples. So fingers crossed. I hope we get to have our hands on to fresh apples as well. So garden fresh fruits. Sounds yummy. Apart from work, what I have experienced is that when you go out of big cities, when you move out of big cities, you start to notice the weather. Yep. I have started to notice the weather a lot. I have started to notice the weather a lot. I notice the weather a lot. You tend to see when it starts to rain, when it starts to thunder, when all of a sudden the bright sunshine changes into a cloudy sky. So you feel all these things because you are not in the enclosure of your house or your office all the time. You get to see a lot of sunlight, and I feel that it has added up a lot to my health. Yep. I feel healthy. I feel much stronger than I used to. And hey, I also got my first dose of COVID vaccine. Yep. It was for a lot of people it was tough to book their slots, but our government has launched a portal where you can go and advance book your schedule for your vaccine shot. So I did it, got the slot, got myself vaccinated, and now I'm waiting for my turn to get the second dose. So I had a tough time after I got my vaccination. I contracted fever for 2 days after the vaccine shot. The next 2 days were really tough. A lot of body aches and a lot of fever. I took off from work, but I'm glad that my team and my clients were really understanding. They were really understanding about it, and it was. I was not alone in it. So that's all about what has been going on around in the past couple of days. And this small talk with me, this has been a corner stone, piece of content for me to talk about small things going on around. Little bit of my the updates on what I've been doing professionally. So the Himalayan company, the brand that I've been building, it is growing pretty well. Yeah, we've had our share of tough time struggles, which are still going on, but we have small victories every day. We win more customers. We deliver awesome projects. We deliver a lot of quality work. That's what keeps us going, and our team size is increasing every day. So I take that as a very positive sign. It feels really good. Times are tough, and we are able to provide employment to a couple of people who are in our team, and all of them are really hardworking, really hardworking. The team at the Himalayan company is really hardworking. I will speak about them in my the Himalayan company podcast. That's when I will speak about them, and yep, that's it. That's it for this session of small talks with Anuj Sharma. I will see you again. Bye bye. Like this podcast, share it with your friends and family if you feel like, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more. Bye bye.